Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host, with my co-host, Let Me Chill Meister. Today is September 27th, 2024. A lot of stuff been going on, dude. So yesterday, I was off. But I did not put out a Leave the World Behind episode. I might do it tomorrow because I get off early tomorrow. I go in early and get off early tomorrow. Yesterday I was busy. So my mother-in-law, we've been trying to get her out of the house. She has a lot of mental issues. She needs to get out of the house more. And my wife was supposed to get her out of the house Saturday to go grocery shopping, and my mother-in-law refuses to do it. And I told my wife, I said, no, you should have just put your foot down and said, I'll take you out Saturday. We're not doing it tomorrow. Or yesterday. And, what do I know, though? Because she just stays locked inside her house. She just sits in a room, watches TV, and my TV, of like shows that have been on since like the 70s. She watches the same shows that she's seen a billion times. And this isn't me trash talking her. This is me saying she suffers from mental illness like me. And I know what it is, dude, because I have really bad fucking depression to the point where I don't even want to get out of bed sometimes. And I will literally just turn on the TV, watch TV in a completely dark room, not get out of bed, barely eat. Like, it's pretty bad. I've had like horrible depression and shit. So I understand what she's going through, but it's like, dude, you have to get out of bed and go outside and go out and do shit, you know? So yesterday we did all her grocery shopping, filled up an entire cart of grocery shopping. We went out to the library. We got our tickets printed off for Sam Tripoli's show in Louisville, October 12th. So I'm excited for that. Sam Tripoli usually does meet and greets afterwards for free. And I'm going to give him a book. Something conspiracy. I'm gonna have to go to my storage unit, dig through all my books, and find something conspiratorial, and then maybe have him sign like I have like special playing cards and stuff. You all know, you've seen the channel, so I might have him sign a playing card for me and put it in my binder, you know. Maybe send it off and get it graded or something. But we did that. We went to the library, got our tickets printed off so we wouldn't have any trouble at the door. And it was raining all day yesterday. But it wasn't like storming, it was just raining. So did her grocery shopping. And I wanted to get some pumpkins because we carve pumpkins every year. I will show you the pumpkins once I carve them, because I usually make like a short video of our pumpkins. I did last year. I'll do it again this year. Last year I made a pentagram. My wife made, I think it was Gengar from Pokemon. It was either Gengar or Haunter. She made a Pokemon one. But we get home. And by the way, I'll probably use it as the thumbnail. I will show you a picture. My wife found a bird at work, and we thought it was paralyzed, but it's been getting better, knock on wood. First day we brought it in, it was just literally laying there, and we've been like getting bread and wetting it and rolling it up into little balls, and we're nursing it back to health. It's sitting in like a cigarette carton box. It's kind of like, it's got a lid. It's not like your typical carton box. It's for tubes, because I roll my own cigarettes. So honestly, it's kind of like a sarcophagus, because we're like, this thing might die, and it's kind of fitting. Ooh, that'd be a good name for him, because I'm thinking about naming him. Maybe we'll name him Pharaoh. That'd be cool. Or Tut or something along those lines. I don't know. Hit me up in the comments. What's a cool Egyptian pharaoh name? Tut, or just Pharaoh. Pharaoh sounds cool. Because we already have Horus, Lilith, Set. Set, he's dead now. He was a little kitten we had. But Horus and Lilith are two of our cats. I like to name them like, Lilith is from Jewish mysticism. Horus is from Egyptian mythology. But anyways, so we're nursing this bird back to health, and it's getting better. It's starting to flap its wings, and it actually somehow got out of the box and fell off the shelf and like crawled all the way to like a corner of the room. It was crazy. So he's not paralyzed, and he is starting to flap his wings more and shit. So, but today was a crazy day. So it was storming all fucking day, and we have limbs all over our yard. Like, I already trimmed up the tree the best that I could earlier this year. Trimmed a bunch of limbs and shit because it's an old tree. Every time it storms, limbs fall from it, and I really don't want a limb falling through my house like it did my brother. Either yesterday or today, he sent me pictures. A huge ass limb fell through his house, smashed through the ceiling. So I don't know if you guys want to say a little prayer for him, cast a little spell for him, send some energy his way, whatever you believe in. He's going through it right now, and it's all thanks to this like Hurricane Helen or whatever, Helene. They're saying it's going up to a Category 5. So it's got to be rough down there in Florida. I have not been keeping up with it. I've been keeping up with conspiracy shit. But pray for them down south, man, because they have to be going through it, because it's rough here in Kentucky and Tennessee. The storms and shit we're getting from just the aftermath of what they must be going through down there, man. But sorry the update was so long. That's just been my life. That's why I didn't put out a Leave the World Behind episode. We went without power. The power went out at our house. I don't know if I mentioned that. And we didn't have power all fucking day. So that was another thing too. Yesterday, we bought a whole cart full of groceries for my mother-in-law. I mean, it was full to the brim. I think it was like $100 worth of groceries. Put it in the fridge, and then the next day, the power goes out all day long. So we kept all the fridges shut and everything, but still it was like, did we just like literally buy all these groceries and they're all gonna get wasted? Like, it fucking, luckily I think they're good, because we kept the fridges shut, and power's back on now, knock on wood. And we're supposed to get more of this shit tomorrow. Like, as far as I know, like all week we're supposed to get more of this shit. So hopefully the power stays on. But yeah, stay tuned. We're almost done with Leave the World Behind. I think I did the math, and we'll probably have like 2, maybe 3 episodes, like 2 episodes and a mini-sode, and we will be done with that series. But yeah, that's it for an update. Sorry it was so long. So this is kind of a short story, but it's kind of crazy. There is a new malware called Necro malware. It has affected at least 11 million Android users. I use Android, and it's coming off of apps from Google Play. And basically it's like it's coming up as ads, and you click on it and it just like downloads the malware onto your phone. Spotify has been affected, and I've had weird shit happen with my phone. People are trying to, so the conspiracy is, after this whole pager explosion thing with Israel, which I haven't covered it yet on this episode, so just Google it, look it up, check out a YouTube video on it. Israel, like, I don't know the full story, I don't know all the details, so bear with me, but essentially they did an attack on some sort of terrorist group, I forget which one, and made all their pagers explode. The conspiracy is with this Necro malware is that when you download it onto your phone, or it gets downloaded onto your phone by you clicking on something like an ad from Spotify, because it's on Spotify and I use the hell out of Spotify, so I'm like, great, am I going to download this malware on accident? Because it did have me do a weird survey 2 days ago asking about some AI and are you aware of this AI? And I clicked no, and what do you think of this AI? And I just gave it a horrible review because I'm like, I don't even know what this AI is. Is it something you guys are using? Like, I could have fucking downloaded the Necro malware right there. I don't fucking know. But the conspiracy theory is that this Necro malware, if it's downloaded onto your Android device, it turns your phone into a hand grenade. We did a whole episode on the danger of lithium batteries and electric vehicles. Go check that out. It's Leave the World Behind. I think it's just type in electric vehicle problem or whatever. You should be able to find it. Just go to that playlist and go through. There's like 18 episodes or something like that. You should be able to find it. But it's essentially, electric vehicles would be the equivalent of like a car bomb. You could blow up, hack into it, blow it up as a Irish car bomb. Phones. If you have the capability to hack into it, you can cause the battery to explode, and it's literally a grenade. I mean, there is a large fear in me that they're gonna start doing this. They've done it. Israel has done it already with pagers. They can do it with phones. They can do it with electric vehicles. I don't see why they couldn't, Interesting stuff, though. Next story. So, Stu Peters had on this girl the other day. Her name is, I got it written down here. Hang on just a second. Where the fuck is it? Allie Carter. First of all, just a couple thoughts on Stu Peters. I used to love Stu Peters, especially during COVID. He put out amazing content. He used to be a rapper back in the day. That's a whole rabbit hole within itself. Go check that out, dude. Stu Peters used to be a rapper. It's kind of funny. But, here lately, dude, I've backed off of Stu Peters. Like, I don't know if he's just gone insane, if he's going through some sort of, like, phase in his life. I don't know if there's something going on in his life, but, like, he's going down the whole Hitler dick riding rabbit hole of, like, Hitler's a good guy. The Nazis were good. They were the good guys. And, like, okay, my thoughts on World War II. I've been, me and Miss McGillicuddy talked about it the other day. Me and her are both, like, super interested in World War II. I've always been super interested in World War II. My mother was super interested in World War II. It sounds weird, but not that I have, like, a favorite war, but it's the war that I find the most interesting throughout human history was World War II. As far as, like, the occultism, Nazis building UFOs, the Bell machine, was it a time machine? What type of, the conspiracies, like the Nazis trying to find Atlantis and the Aryans and the Holy Grail, the Spear of Destiny. Like, it sounds like an Indiana Jones movie, like World War II is so much more insane that, dude, there's so many fucking like conspiracies around World War II. So I love studying World War II. But I'm sorry, dude. Like, in my studies, I have never come to the conclusion that Hitler was a good guy. I have a wife who is possibly part Hebrew. So, like, I don't look at my wife and go, you should be dead. Do you know what I'm saying? I love my wife, you know. She doesn't practice Judaism. She's not rich, so the whole conspiracy that Jews run the world, I do find that hilarious, because I look at my wife sometimes and it's like, we live in a trailer, I drive a 97 Pontiac, I work at Kroger, and I look at her sometimes and just jokingly I'm like, I thought you were a fucking Jew. Like, why are we not rich? You know, I should be drinking wine right now in a castle, like, and you should be making phone calls about controlling the fucking world. Like, so I don't really believe in that conspiracy. But I also don't believe they're actual Hebrews. I believe they stole the identity, like, they're kind of like Khazarian mafia. But he has, like, gone batshit crazy. I'm sorry I'm taking it off the rails. Stu Peters has gone crazy. Like, he's posting pictures of himself, like, reading Mein Kampf on planes. And then, like, I don't know if he got kicked off the plane or what. But he's, like, just doing weird shit. Like, look, I'm all for America. You're free to do what you want. I don't see anything wrong with reading Mein Kampf on them. I mean, it's just, I personally wouldn't do it. I used to own a copy of Mein Kampf. I'm not saying the book should be banned. I'm not saying we should ban literature. I think you should be able to own and read Mein Kampf. But why do it in public? Unless you're just, like, literally stirring shit and trying to cause problems. Like, I don't know. And he's, like, all about Hitler now, that Hitler was a good guy and shit. And Jews, everything's the Jew. And it's like, I don't think you understand, bro. They're not the actual Jews. They are Khazarians. The Rothschilds are not really Jewish. You can even look up their history. They converted to Judaism so they could practice usury. That's why all these Jews all look white. Even as a child, when they would be like, oh, Jerry Seinfeld's a Jew, I'm like, no, he's not. And they're like, yeah, he's a Jew. And I'm like, why is he white? Jews aren't white. Anytime you see white people, like in Hollywood or politics, and they say they're fucking Jews and they're white, it's like, they're not Jews, man. That's not a Jew. A Jew is brown-skinned, curly hair, like, they're not fucking Jews. They're fake Jews, man. Once that clicks and you understand they're not actually of the tribe of Judah, like, it'll make sense, you know. But anyways, sorry about that rant. I'm kind of not cool with Stu Peters right now. But Allie Carter is the victim. She was on his show. She said she was victimized by Barack Obama, allegedly. Big Mike, she did say that Michelle is a man, allegedly, and she was victimized by him. Steven Tyler. We've delved into Steven Tyler a couple times on the show. We didn't do a deep dive on the whole school scandal. He had a school for girls. That there was sexual abuse going on, kind of like Oprah's school. First of all, it's fucking creepy that Steven Tyler's starting a school for girls. And by the way, I'm a huge fan of Aerosmith. I love Aerosmith. Me and my wife, we almost bought tickets for Aerosmith's last show in Louisville, Kentucky. It was like $250 for both of us to go. We almost, but he canceled the show, but the last tour. I separate the art from the artist. I still love Aerosmith. Like, you could literally lock up Steven Tyler, say he's a child rapist, put him under a guillotine, cut his head off. I'm still going to listen to Aerosmith and go, sounds fucking dope. Sorry. Does that mean I like Steven Tyler? Nope. You know, Michael Jackson, there's all that weird shit with Michael Jackson, which I personally think Michael Jackson's innocent. But, you know, even if he's not, I still like Michael Jackson's music. It's fucking groovy, dude. But Steven Tyler started a girls' school. There was a lot of sexual abuse going on. Also, something weird with Steven Tyler I don't think I've ever talked about on this channel, and I'm not sure how many people know about it, so I'm going to bring it up. His daughter did a sex scene in a movie. It was either a movie... Yeah, it was like a movie. She was in a movie and did a sex scene. And he wanted to be there on set watching the scene. That's real fucking weird, bro. Like, if my daughter was in a movie, after 18 years old, of course, and she did a sex scene, I wouldn't want to... I would watch the movie, but purposely skip that scene. Does that make sense? I wouldn't want to see that scene. Sorry. And I definitely wouldn't want to be on set during that scene, watching that scene. Also, another thing too, didn't he have Liv Tyler, his daughter, strip during one of his music videos, which is fucking insane. Imagine going up to your daughter and being like, hey, Stella, Daddy's got a music video, because I used to make music. Can you get on top of the bar and take your clothes off and strip for the camera for the music video? It's just for the music video. I mean, I know I'm in the background singing or fake singing because it's a music video. I'm in the background fake singing. I'm just gonna need you to get naked for me in front of me and a whole room full of people, like, just for the music video. Can you do that, honey? Thank you. Like, what the fuck are you thinking, bro? What is wrong with you? Another thing too, like, Liv Tyler used to have, and it's not Celine Dion. I used to say Celine Dion. Carmen. She played in Charlie's Angels. Cameron Diaz. Liv Tyler was friends with Cameron Diaz. I guess they're both around the same age. And they, like, grew up with each other. They went to the same fucking private school, whatever. They were, like, friends. They were tight. Cameron Diaz and Liv Tyler were tight. Liv Tyler has told the story that when she was, like, 13, 14 years old, that she used to have Cameron Diaz come over for sleepovers to the Tyler mansion. And, like, one of the times, there's a famous story, like, Steven Tyler was driving with Liv to go pick up Cameron, and he was creeping on Cameron, like, on the way to go get Cameron. He was talking to Liv, like, hey, your friend Cameron's, like, really hot, you know, like, trying to hook up with her, and she was only, like, 13, 14 years old, and Liv just, like, told this story in front of an audience at some talk show, and, like, the whole audience is just like, oh, Steven, you're crazy. And I'm like, it gave me the same weird vibes of, like, I don't know, there's a famous interview of Hunter S. Thompson telling the story in front of Sonny Barger, president of the Hells Angels at the time. And it was after he got beat up and shit. He had intervened on a Hells Angel biker beating up his wife and his dog. And Hunter intervened and said, hey, stop beating up your woman and your dog, you know, and got the shit kicked out of him by the Hells Angels. And he was telling the story, and Sonny Barger butted in and was like, hey, if a man wants to beat his woman, that's between him and his woman. And the whole audience is like, yeah, you know, beating women, that's cool. It gave me those same creepy vibes of, like, Natural Born Killers, like when they did the whole sitcom scene where Rodney Dangerfield is creeping on, what's her name from the Licks? Something Dreyfus, or no, Juliette Lewis. He's like creeping on Juliette Lewis and telling her she needs to get in the shower so he can like eat her pussy out and he wants it clean. And they're putting laugh tracks over it. Same fucking shit, dude. I'm like, the audience is just laughing about Steven Tyler wanting to fuck an underage girl who's his daughter's friend, Cameron Diaz. Liv Tyler and Cameron Diaz just want to be little girls and have a sleepover, and Steven Tyler is literally creeping on Cameron Diaz. Like, that was one of the names that this Allie Carter brought up. There's a lot of weird shit with Steven Tyler. She said that Joe Biden was there, that she was allegedly sexually abused by Joe Biden. She says there's underground tunnels, and I think that's it as far as that. Yeah, so you hear the whole underground tunnel shit again. And I believe in these underground tunnels, man. I believe in DUMBs, like deep underground military bases. Jeffrey Epstein, they say underneath his temple there was like layers and layers of tunnels. There's supposedly, allegedly leaked still frames of like Hillary Clinton in one of these underground tunnels. To think that there's not underground tunnels that these elites are using and shit, like, I mean, you have the McMartin preschool shit where they found underground tunnels with pentagrams and children's articles of clothing and shit. Playboy Mansion, I actually heard allegedly there was underground tunnels of the Playboy Mansion, and I think they were leading to like Jack Nicholson's house or something, so he had like a private underground secret entrance to the Playboy Mansion. I believe it was Jack Nicholson, allegedly. I'd have to look back into that one, but there was all these reports and stories of like these underground tunnels, and like right after Hugh Hefner died, they filled all the underground tunnels in, I guess sold the Playboy Mansion. Crazy dark shit. So I don't know, anytime anyone hears underground tunnels, like blue-pilled non-conspiracy people are like, oh, that's stupid, that's dumb, you know, like, why is that so unbelievable that there's weird shit underground that people would use? I mean, yet if they hear like a true crime serial killer story that, oh, such and such serial killer had underground tunnels, they're like, oh, I believe it. But you wouldn't believe that high-ranking elites could be sociopaths and or psychopaths and could have underground tunnels where they do nefarious things. I don't understand why that's so unbelievable. Just because, and how do you think you get to those levels anyways? I was talking about this with Miss McGillicuddy of like, the only way you can make it that high up the pyramid is you have to be like either a psychopath or a sociopath. You have to be cutthroat, dude. You cannot make it that high up the pyramid without being some form of sociopathy or psychopathy. It just is what it is. If you have a conscience or a soul, like, you're not going to make it high up the pyramid. I mean, watch Wolf of Wall Street, dude. People watch Wolf of Wall Street and they're like, oh, this is a true story. This is an awesome movie. Every one of those people, and it is an awesome movie, by the way. It is a crazy true story. But when you're watching it, dude, like, every one of those people working at that firm were fucking sociopaths and or psychopaths. Like, you cannot make it that high up the pyramid without being a complete fucking wolf. Literally, that was his philosophy of you have to be a wolf to make it, to make money, to be this high up the pyramid, man. But, yeah, I think that's all we're going to cover. Just a little bit of a, kind of like a double feature. I'm sorry the intro was so long, but I had a lot to cover, man. Like, Life has been busy, crazy, interesting, and like I said, I'll probably use the thumbnail of that bird so y'all can take a look at it. But please like, share, and subscribe, and I love y'all. Y'all have a good day.